Christopher Rokaz here, actor, director, producer, and owner of Rokaz Media Studios. And we're discussing NTSC Output. Okay, basically NTSC Output, if you're coming in contact with it when you're deciding to buy a video camera or looking at your television or monitor, it is the standard format agreed upon for the United States of America and other countries abroad. So if you're looking at that, that is a good one. That is something you want to see. If it says PAL, P-A-L only, or NST-anything, J or anything, steer away from it. Those are sub-agreed upon formats, and they're international formats. You will not have a good result if you're operating within the United States of America for that. So that is the standard format. That's what we see on television during normal broadcast. That was the standard for all the versions of videotapes up and coming up through DV, including Super VHS, VHS, your 8, your high 8, your digital 8, your straight 8, all those type of things. So if you're using it in that way, you want NTSC Output. Now, what is NTSC Output? Well, in reality, it stands for the National Television System Committee. It was formed in 1940, and they were set up to, well, standardize formats for the United States. Because if different television stations had different formats, well, you'd need different antennas or receivers to pick it up. So the FCC teamed up with them to create this standardized format. They ratified it in 1941 and decided to name the format after the initials. So it is the National Television Systems Committee comes up with our NTSC format. Now, originally, it came out in analog and black and white, and it was a true 30 frames per second interlaced video. Now, when color came out, they had to come up with a new standard. It was actually CBS in 1950 who came out with a newer version of what was called the NTSC format, and it was coming out at 29.97 frames per second. And that was upgraded for color. That created kind of an interesting crossover because film runs at 24 frames per second, and we simply couldn't just speed it up and have a natural-looking thing. So then there was a 3:2 conversion set up to come up with some kind of things like that. So interesting history. It's what we use here in the United States. So if you're choosing between any other format or NTSC in the United States of America, I would suggest you do that. I'm Christopher Rokaz. We'll see you in Hollywood.